Hello everyone, I'm going to be explaining you today my projects. What are my projects? My projects are basically my hobbies and my interests that I do between YouTube and other social media stuff that I do. So in this video, you're going to find out exactly all the things that I do, which is around the digital space, and you can follow them. If you don't like this kind of content, you follow another kind of content. And all the links to everything is linked below. So let's go and get going. So, the first one is my gaming channel, because I have a few YouTube channels, and one of them is called AJK Gamer, where I, as it says on the tin, is a gaming channel where I upload videos every week, depending on what the game is people vote for, and I play that game because it's a bit of fun. I get enjoyed to play games a little bit, and that gets me to do a little bit more fun things. So follow that one. And there's another channel as well. It is called Historynomics. Historynomics is my channel where I get to talk about history. I love talking about history. I'm not an expert on history, but I am a guy who lives in a country with very interesting and very rich history, and I love to talk about it. And if it's anything between films, books, and anything like that, I am going to make a video about it because there's a lot of content out there that needs to be talked about and a lot of conversations interesting in history. Now, here's for the other channel that is spread between 3 channels, but it is all under the same thing. This is called the Wolfbite channels. So there are 3 channels: the Wolfbite Initiative channel, which is my channel that I do video essays based on films and just do essay long-term films about subjects within films and TV shows and gaming. That's very simple. Bite Back Talk, where I get to basically unscripted, or I get to talk about the news of the media, film, new trailers, so on. Just saying whatever it is that's going on in the films and all the woke stuff or whatever it is. I get to talk about that free willingly out of essay form. And then there's Wolfbite Reviews. Wolfbite Reviews is basically what it is. The Wolfbite long essay reviews on games and TV shows or even films. Depending what it is, that's where you find it. And there is also the main subject of Wolfbite Productions. So what is Wolfbite Productions? Well, that is my attempt of a movie making studio where I actually make content based on, if my podcast show that I have, I make digital content, long formed content. I want to make documentaries with that. I'm in the process of making a few films using Unreal Engine and other things like that, and that's where you'll find it here. And this is separate from the other Wolfbite channels because this is more the production bit. And this is where I'm hoping this one actually may be a legit business. And there's also my photography page as well, which is called Landscape Beauty Photography, where I, as it basically says, used to run a business that used to sell photos, but then the pandemic and destroyed all that, so that was fun. And now if I sell the photos that I take, or if I take photos, you find them on the social media links that's linked below. Very simple. Let's talk about the Knob podcast, which is my podcast show, which had to be renamed for other reasons. And it is my channel where I get to talk to very interesting people across the political spectrum, but not just the political spectrum, the entertainment spectrum, the other spectrums of art, fantasy, whatever, books, history, and I get to talk to them face to face. And not just those kind of people, normal people as well. People you'll be like, oh, I don't really care what the Dustbin Man says. Well, that Dustbin Man's been over your social media for a while for some reason. You better talk about him. I get to talk to normal people too, and that's where we do it here. So the last one is called Here He Goes Again, and that is my main political page where I get to talk about politics, on more or less British politics, but on the global spectrum of geopolitics, which is the subject of international affairs between nations, where it's something I've kind of been interested in talking about, and it's probably the one I've put the most effort into, because you got to make sure you don't lie to people and make sure you actually tell the truth. I mean, it's really interesting for my ADHD, if it's real. So, thank you everyone for watching this video, and we will see you later.